Hello and welcome to our virtual hub. My name's Claire at Dundee Wellness Centre, and today I'm joined by Laurie and Anne from Penumbra Dundee. Hello, how are you doing?
Good.
Not bad at all. How about yourselves?
Yeah, good, thank you.
Good.
Thank you very much for joining me today. I wonder if we just start with you, Laurie. Could you just tell us a bit about your role and Penumbra in brief, please?
Yeah, I'm more than happy to. I'll start off with a little bit about Penumbra. So we are Penumbra Mental Health, and we are a charity that work across Scotland delivering services for people that experience mild to serious and enduring mental ill health. And we support people on their journey to better mental health by working with each person to find their own way forward. And of course, everybody's journey is different. So we work with people to identify, believe in, and reach their goals, whatever they may be. So yeah, that's what Penumbra is about. Yeah.
Good. So I can imagine there's lots of different services and support available through that then.
There is, and they just happen to be in Dundee, which is useful. Yeah.
Very good.
So I might start off by talking about the service that I've been working in, and that's the Dundee Carers Support Service. And this service is open to unpaid carers aged 16 and over. Okay. And the criteria is that they may be caring for someone with mental health difficulties, and they must reside in Dundee. We provide flexible support, and that could be practical, emotional, social support. A lot of the support up until now has been remotely, simply due to the pandemic. But what we've been finding is that's actually working out for carers. It's more convenient, They're not having to maybe, get up and leave and go on the bus. They can just factor that into their day without going anywhere. So that's been useful. We provide support, to ensure that carers are looking after their own health and well-being, which is vitally important, because I've been a carer myself, and I know that I was always bottom of the list. So it's just trying to ensure that that carers are looking after their own needs and interests as well. We work with them to identify a personal plan, and that focuses on areas that are important to them. A lot of signposting to other services, support with maybe making referrals to other organisations or services that may benefit the carer and their family, not just the carer, but the cared for person as well. I wanted to just talk briefly about the other services that we have available in Dundee, and this is to people over the age of 16. Okay. We have a Nova service, and they support people to manage their mental health and well-being and to access community resources as well. We've also got the self-harm support service. People can refer themselves to this service as well, by the way. And our teams can be contacted on the office number, but I can give you those details a little bit later on as well.
That's great. Great. Got a lot going on, isn't there? A lot of different services that
there is.
Use of.
And of course, there's also Anne's service as well, the WOW team, which provide wellbeing workshops, and they've recently been doing that in the community. So that's really been good for people. Yeah.
Good. So suppose it's over to you, Anne. Welcome. So like Laurie says, you're part of the WOW workshops that you're doing, and I can imagine things have maybe been a bit, is this something that's quite new back to the communities again?
We started this project just as the pandemic kicked in, and we had to deliver the workshops on Zoom.
Right.
So we did that for a period of 2 years, and it went very well. It was really good. Since the restrictions have lifted, we're now starting to make connections in the community, and have been delivering workshops across Dundee quite rapidly. But people have been taking them up really well. Yeah.
That's really good to hear. Because I think it's a bit of an anxiety for people coming back out of that lockdown scenario, isn't it? Getting back into the community again. But I think now we're at a point where people are quite excited to do that again and get back into these kind of group settings, aren't they?
Absolutely. I mean, the uptake's been amazing. It's been really quick. It's sort of rollerballs really quick. and it's continually ongoing, and new venues across Dundee all of the time that are taken on board, that are coming along on board with us as well. So my name is Anne Barclay. I'm one of the Penumbra team in the NOVA service, and my role is group facilitator. So I deliver wellbeing workshops across Dundee, various venues. So what the workshops do is they cover topics like anxiety and sleep, self-esteem, assertiveness, healthy relationships. We do a wellness recovery action plan. We do stigma. We do identity matters. We do fitness matters. And we also do one called Ready Steady Work. These can be delivered in individuals as a one-off, or they can be done in blocks from 1 to 6. The Ready Steady Work is a definite 6-week block. That needs to be a 6-week block.
Okay.
The workshops are peer-led, so which means that myself and my colleague have lived experience of mental health. The workshops are all free. They're very informal, friendly, and informative, and allow for everybody that's present just to share their experiences and the tips and tools of what they do to help maintain their well-being. And we find this is really positive, because what happens is we've got we're all on the same journey to recovery. So it's like we've got a kindred spirit, and the groups gel very well. And you find that people start to open up if there's a block group in rather than one-to-one, because if there's a block, they tend to gel really well. So the maximum, we try to keep the maximum of 8 in a group to keep it smaller with 2 facilitators. We'll keep it nice and tight. So the venues that we've been using in the past have been Means Hill. We've had Ardler Community Centre. We're working with the Dundee International Women's Centre. We're doing ones with the Ready Steady Work at the Job Centre Plus. The ones that are pending that we're looking for the future are, we've got the Dundee Rep, we've got the V&A, we've got 9 Miles Garden for outdoor ones, which will be good fun come the summer, along with the Chrysalis Project. They're keen to work with us. So we've been reaching out across the city, and we're looking to get all over. So if it isn't in your area just now, it will be in some point at some time. So they normally last between 2 to 2.5 hours. You get a break after the first hour, so you get a wee cup of coffee, things are getting a bit more relaxed.
Yeah.
We tend to try and keep the times as well within school hours, because I know that people have got responsibilities with kids and stuff. So they'll either run between 10 and 12, 10:30 to 12:30, 12:30 to 2:30, 1 to 3, that kind of time. Nothing, very rarely after 3, and very rarely before 10. This is just to make sure we meet everybody's needs. It's easier, So the referral system then, 16 upwards, as long as you're from Dundee, and all we need is a name, a number, and an email address, and then we do the rest. We'll get in touch with the person that's interested, and we just either do it by email or phone, whatever suits them. We'll chat away just to get them like we could do on Zoom, so people could see who they're meeting first.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah.
Other thing we do is we'll work with the agencies, and if it's an agency one, we'll go along and meet with the group prior. So they'll get to meet with myself and Louise and say, right, this is who we are, this is what we do, a big introduction, and then it's easier the next time when we come for the group session, so they know who they're talking to. So all we really do is just introduce ourselves, share information, answer any questions that anybody's got, and just let them know where and when we'll meet them for the day, and that's basically us.
That sounds good. And it sounds like you're all over the place, like you just said. And that's just looking to get bigger and bigger, which is good, because people have got options and they don't have that far to travel within their own community, their own locality, don't they? So that's good as well. And it's familiar to them, I suppose.
The V&A is going to be a good one, because that'll open up a central space.
Yeah.
And it'll also be good for the V&A and be good for us as well, because V&A is such a lovely environment anyway. It's dead innovative, and you just get a good vibe from it, and it's a really good place to be. So we're hoping to continue with that one.
That'd be good. And like you say, it is a referral system for this, isn't it, for these groups? So people
it's not really a referral. I mean, if they can self-refer, you can. An agency worker can phone up. You can phone up yourself. You'll see us we advertise on Facebook. We've got we send flyers out to lots of organisations. I put posters up wherever I can get away with putting posters up. Hopefully we'll get to see them. You'll see them. I go around community cafes. I go around community centres. I go around. I'm going to try and put them in post offices and spas and stuff shortly. But it's just keeping it going. So So we've got lots of advertising going.
Good. So keep an eye out. If you're watching, keep an eye out in your local shops
Also,
and cafes.
just quickly, I'm going to be working with Dundee College as well.
Wow.
So the students are more than welcome to come along as well.
Good, sounds great. A lot of different things going on then. Perfect.
Yeah.
Good. And for the viewers watching, we will put our links for social media, contact details and things within the comment section. So
Definitely.
there'll be details there for you to be in touch. Okay.
Okay.
Well, thank you very much, Laurie and Anne. I think we've covered what Penumbra is all about and what's available to people to access, and obviously with a lot of the community work going on as well. I think it's good to see it back again, and I think a lot of people will be quite glad to see it back again. Yeah, I know it is, isn't it? It's good to be back to a bit of normality. But yeah, so if anybody does have any questions or comments for Laurie or Anne, please put them in the comment section below or direct message us, and we'll make sure that Laurie and Anne receive these and will reply to you when they can. But for now, Laurie and Anne, thank you very much for joining me today.
No problem at all. Thank you both for today. Thank you.
Thank you, Anne, and all the best with all your up and coming groups and events.
Oh, you're going to be busy.
Yeah.